everyone. I am using my new camera. Okay, it's not new. I've had it for a couple years now. I'm just terrified to use it. I think I've used it one time for a vlog or something, and I never did it again because editing on my computer or my laptop, I don't have a computer, I have a laptop, but editing on the laptop got really hard, and I could go on and on and on, but I started just doing it on my phone. There was apps to edit the videos. Everything was very easy, compact on the phone, but then my phone kind of doesn't have space. It's really old. Well, it's not even really old. I bought it this year, but it's just not, I'm not an iPhone person. I don't buy expensive phones. I buy cheap phones because they're just built to break. Again, we're getting too deep into my anti-technology life, and it's not even anti-technology. I need to get with like technology, but I suck at technology so much. Anyways, we are back with another episode of KK Cabaret, where I do like talks about vintage lifestyle, crafting, fashion, sewing, all kinds of stuff within that realm, lifestyle basically. Today is fun because it's kind of like what I'm going to be doing, what is like upcoming sewing projects, or, you know, September, we're in September, so today is September 3rd, which is Shirtwaist September when you're on YouTube and Instagram. Last year I spent all of September sewing, and this year, since I already have shirtwaist dresses that I made 2, I believe, last year, I'm not going to sew another one. I probably should remake and give my hand, or give a hand to the Scout dress one more time because I kind of messed up mine, but I think I saved her. I did a good job. But I have a vast collection of vintage shirtwaist dresses. Say that a lot. Say that real fast. I have a vast collection of shirtwaist dresses that I've thrifted over the years, and I really I love them, and I didn't think about them as much last year, but since this year I've been doing the cataloging my closet, I really feel like I should make a cataloging my closet shirtwaist dress edition. So that'll be my video contribution to Shirtwaist September. Next, I'm gonna say a lot because I'm so nervous. I keep looking at the thing to make sure it's recording. Anyways, next I'm kind of gonna go through a haul of patterns that I've bought or either ordered or had printed recently. So I'm in the Gertie's Patreon, and she came out with a few things recently that I definitely wanted to make. And then Simplicity, Butterick, the big four, they're like going through a bankruptcy. There's a big old mess going on, and I didn't panic buy because honestly guys, I have a vast collection. Again, I'm gonna use that phrase, I guess, but I have a ton of vintage patterns. I have a ton of vintage reproduction patterns. I have a lot of Gertie patterns. I have a lot of patterns. I don't need more patterns because honestly, I adapt what I want and I hack the patterns that I have to make what I want, which is the gift of sewing, is the gift of knowing how to sew. You can make whatever you want to make, right? But I did see these and I really liked them. And so I am going to show you them and tell you why I got each of them. So I only bought 4, and this is Simplicity patterns, and I ordered it off the Simplicity website. It took a while to get a response, and shipping took about a week and a half, or actually to just get it shipped took about a week and a half. I know that they're going through some shifts over there. They've laid off a bunch of people. So if you are looking at stuff or were looking at stuff, now might be the time to go and get some patterns. Here are what I ordered. Simplicity 3135. It is a wrap top. I am obsessed with wrap garments right now. There is 3 views. The reason I got this, and I don't know, it's probably not going to show like the right way, but the reason I got this was because it is for woven fabric, and I only have a wrap top that is for like stretch. It's Gertie's wrap top, and it's for stretch. And although I love that, I just feel like I can make some vintage, like it's not a vintage pattern, but I can make some vintage looking garments off of this. I know it, and it looks good. I like the sleeve. There's a lot of purists in the sewing community. There's a lot of like haters, I would say too. And there's like always like elitists, right? People will say, I've been sewing so long, I would never use a big four pattern anymore. They're shit. Well, they're not. I am sorry to tell you, but they are not. I am no elitist in any way. I still go back to big four patterns depending on what I want to make, right? Like you will find it. You just need to know your body, know how to sew for your body. Then the pattern will work for you. That's how sewing works. So that was number one. Next is Simplicity 3115. It is a 1950s reproduction pattern, but I thought this was so cute. Look at her. I'll also do like a pop-up, I think, at the end of just like a picture so you guys can see it. But look at her cute little details right here. So the views are like of the tank tops, a tube top, capris, shorts, and a skirt. And honestly, like the full skirt is probably like, I've made a bunch of those. I'm probably not going to make one, but I loved the tube top. I really did. I loved the tops because they look like overalls and they could be tucked into the capris and it looks like overalls. This pattern right here, like this, I loved it. So, I liked it. I needed to have it. This one is a Simplicity 1940s vintage reproduction. Again, I liked it because it could be used like for a suit, the top you'll see in a second. And also I like the crop top and the shorts. I can't find good shorts patterns. I've hacked a few and made shorts. I think it was last year or the year before. I think it was 2023 actually. And they're okay. I wear them. Maybe it's because I have very thick thighs. I don't love shorts, but I love shorts, if that makes sense, because I live in Southern California. It's hot. So I thought I would give this pattern a go. Honestly, I really feel like this is going to be on the block soon just because it's still hot in California, and I like the look of a single color on there too that it's showing. I don't know. Do you guys like line art, like the cover art of patterns? I love the art on patterns. The last one I have is Simplicity 3151. It is a 1950s vintage reproduction. And honestly, if the art wasn't the only reason I got it, look at these giant pockets on this skirt. It's ridiculous and I love it. And I mean, I probably don't need bloomer rompers because I have enough junk in the trunk. And I don't need it exasperated, I suppose. But look at this. Look at this adorableness, and then these giant pockets. Just eat me up. I'm dead. Those are my Simplicity patterns that I just picked up. So, and I love them. I do plan on making them, and when I do, I will definitely do a video and tell you how they sewed up. Next, I got this pattern literally because I seen someone else post that they made a day suit out of this pattern. And I want a day suit. I want a 1940s day suit out of like gingham, seersucker, or something. You know what I mean? Picture it now. Picture it. Sicily, 1922. No. This is also from Wearing History Sewing Patterns. They're on Etsy. I highly suggest finding them because she or they grade the patterns up. This is the pattern and this is what she used for the day suit. I love the shape. I love shoulders, so. But it goes up to 42-inch bust, which should be perfect for me. And then I will just size it down to my waist because I have a nipped waist anyway, and I like the pattern to nip it in even more or make that look even more dramatic. We know this. So I'm very excited to make this. The pants, I may make them, I may not. I do want to make some 1940s looking pajama pants. We'll see. We'll see if these ones end up done because I've made the Simplicity ones and I wasn't the biggest fan. I still wear them, but I'm not the biggest fan of how they sewed up, if that makes sense. Anyways, I'm very excited about this one. Please look her up. I ordered the pattern printed, or you can have a print at home. I don't have a printer at home, so I ordered it printed, and it was only like $4 more. So I did that. Next, the plotted pattern printing. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Good prices. They send them to you. They're, honestly, I love it. There's not much I could say about that. They know I love them too. I ordered the Slay All Day skirt from Pattern Emporium. I have a couple of Pont stretch materials, black and hunter green. I want to make this pencil skirt. I like the midi because you guys know I like that Rizzo length pencil skirt. I really want to make it because it is in stretch, and I don't have a stretch pencil skirt at all. And considering my curves, I just feel like it would look so good. Like it's gonna hug it anyway. You know what I mean? Like I usually sew wovens. I do not sew stretch. So that does give me nerves. But the fact that it's Pont is a little bit, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Pont, I don't know. I feel like it'll be a little easier. I do have this 1970s vintage Juki overlocker back here. My client gave this to me as a gift. And all my sewing machines are 1970s or older. So I actually may be using her. I have her out because I was practicing on her. We have a love-hate relationship. Yeah, we have a love-hate relationship. Anyways, next. If you have advice on overlockers, drop it in the comments below. Next is the Annie bodice from Gertie. It was a Patreon, I think 15 of the month bonus pattern. I really want to make the dress that Gertie made with the Ingrid skirt and the Annie bodice because it is like super low cut. This is me observing it. Super low cut and square, and I just think like for booby girls, like that's gonna be sexy as heck. But also the silhouette of it is very 1940s. I love the rickrack design that she used it for. I actually just ordered the movie that she said the dress was designed after. The Bride Wore Red. I ordered it on Amazon because I was like, I have to see this. I love watching vintage movies or old movies, classic movies because of the fashion. So I have to see that. I have to see it. Next is the Niagara bodice, which was the After Niagara, the Marilyn Monroe bodice. I want to make it. I have some fuchsia colored rayon. I really want to make this dress, but you guys, you know I can't be basic. I want to make the Niagara dress. I want the zip up front, the tie up bust. I'm going to probably pattern hack it out of this, and the slim skirt from Maria. I think it's the slim skirt from Maria or the boardwalk slim skirt. I don't know, but I will find it and let you know. And then lastly, the latest one, I believe, no, the Catherine skirt, I think is the one that just came out, but the Marlena blouse is so 1940s and it's very me. I have some rayon, I have some scrap like crepe material from the last dress I made. I am telling you, I want to play with this blouse. So those are the ones I got from Plotted Pattern. I got them printed and I am obsessed, cannot wait. I mean, I have a couple weeks coming up where I don't have work. I am going to be in recovery sort of from, like I have to take it easy basically. And I think I want to do some sewing and a lot of like cleaning out my garage. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing during that little tiny time off. But because of that, I wanted to do like easier things. That Marlene blouse is not going to be easy. We know that. And pattern hacking the Niagara is probably going to wait until Viva sewing. I'll do like some toiles of it, but that'll be it. Simple sewing. I had these printed. I want to make this Mary sun hat. Again, I'm in Southern California. It's still sunny. And tell me this isn't like the cutest little platter hat. I didn't even know that Gertie had this. Look at that platter hat. And you guys know I love a good platter hat. I don't know what else to call it. I've always seen it called platter. I love that. I want to make that I don't know what fabric I'm gonna use. It's all for scrap fabrics anyway, so we'll see. Maybe I'll make my day suit out of like black gingham seersucker and make a platter hat. Oh my God, so summery, guys. And then I have this one. I don't have a picture of this. I wish I did, because this one didn't come with a picture. No. It's called a sun hat. It's a free pattern from Closet Core Patterns. I saw someone on Instagram post this and I loved how big and floppy it looked. It's literally just a sun hat, but I have scrap fabric, you know, and so I've been looking for these scrappy little projects to make, you know, these, to use up my fabric, to be more sustainable, to use the fabric. And I love a good sun hat or witchy, like wide brimmed hat. Love that, which leads us into the fact that I'm going to be making a ton of these. I think you do have to pay for this one, like $6, but I got the Secret Witch hat from Kikoland. It's a reversible bucket hat. So one side is a bucket and one side, I don't know if this will show, and one side is a witch's hat. So let me just like zoom in and show you that one side, maybe it'll show one side is a bucket and the other side a witch hat. I bought, I think it's $6. Like I said, bought it online, had it printed at Staples, and I printed the kids one because I'm gonna make one for my toddler, and I don't care if it's a little big, and I printed the adult version in, I think, a large or an extra large, because it says if you're gonna use like a stiff material, which I'm gonna use like quilter's cotton or something, that to size up a little bit. So I can't wait to make this. This one's like literally on the chopping block. This one has to be first because I have a yard of fabric that my cousin used to make a dress for my toddler, and I definitely want to make the hat out of that so that it matches the dress. And then also, I don't know if you guys remember my Halloween dress that was designed after Gertie's like orange and spider web dress. I know I made a video about it, but anyways, that dress, I think I have extra fabric from like leftover scraps, and I want to see if I have enough to make one, like the bucket hat, the orange polka dots, and then the witch hat, my spider web fabric. I just have to go through the garage and see how much fabric of each I have. But I'm very excited. If you guys can't tell, that is literally the stuff I had planned, the stuff I had printed and the stuff I have planned. Yeah, so I wrote down, always have my handy dandy notebook like Steve from Blue's Clues. I wrote down large sun gardening hat, which is what I'm going to use the sun hat pattern for. Platter sun hat. Oh, and then I saw this, a picture on Instagram too. And if I end up finding it, because I didn't screenshot it, but if I end up finding it again, I'll show you. But honestly, see if you can see this idea. It's a brimmed scarf, okay? And I saw a picture of it. So it's not my idea, but I did like jot it like from memory. I traced it out or drew it out, whatever you want to say. Sketched it out, that's the term. But just look, it's like a brim. And then the scrap fabric is the scarf. Obviously you cut it, trim it, serge the edges. I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm going to figure that part out. But I have scrap fabric from my blue, like Dolce & Gabbana inspired, I guess you could say now, dress from Dapper Day. And I want to use it to make that because it's linen. And so like linen is like fresh and airy. And this would be a good gardening headscarf as well. Cover your curls, keep you all beautiful. Just want to make sure. Some hats, tote purses. This, yes. So this was definitely on my list, was tote purses. I found this cute pattern, or I don't think it was a pattern, it was a 1940s picture of this like pinwheel looking tote purse, or I want to say pinwheel, but it's like a half circle tote purse. I loved it. You could shrink it down and make it an evening bag, make it big, make it a beach bag. I don't know. I have to look at the picture and kind of adapt a pattern out of that and then recreate it. Anyways, that is on my list. That's another thing, like scrap fabrics that's kind of in my head, like what do we have left? And then I am trying to see if I drew anything else out. I know I was the last video I made. So those are patterns that were written down. So I accomplished that. I finished all those. Good job, Kayla. The Maryland dress, I believe, is a Gertie pattern I do want to make. Still, that's probably going to end up being a Viva dress because now we're going into fall and that's not really a wintry dress. So that one's probably going to be a spring dress, spring project. I do have a Vogue halter dress pattern that I do want to make out of fabric that I have right now. So I may make that one up because I feel like that one will come together a little easier. It doesn't have the built-in bra or anything. And then I think that's it for like dress patterns that I was thinking of doing this month. This month I feel is going to be more crafty. I want to do the skirts for sure because I already have the fabric for that. I want to do the hats and the totes. We're going to see what I get to. What do you guys think I should make first? Definitely like probably the smallers, huh? The smalls. But I'm very excited. That's what I have coming up. I hope that this was, even though it was a shorter video, that it was still kind of exciting and you can see how excited I am to make stuff. And that hopefully the video after this is going to be my cataloging my closet shirtwaist dress edition. And then we're going to get into some sewing. So I hope that you love this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe and tell all your friends. And I will see you in the next one.